Hi, Zach, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing well too. I was just speaking with Ed, and he had a lot of great things to say specifically about the last fight scene between his character and Sophia's. So, my first question for you, I just wanted to know if you could speak a little bit about, the creative process and working with creating these stunts and fight sequences and working with the different stunt directors or coordinators.
Yeah, I guess for me, I've always been super hands-on with the sort of physicality of the films, and always with because the story and action in my movies is so linked. It's almost there's no difference. There's no like, oh, we start the action sequence and the story can wait. It's all part of it, and so yeah. Freddie, who was the stunt coordinator, did an amazing job, and fight choreographer. And I've known him for years. And so it was really seamless and easy to work with him. My son, Eli, was the second unit director. So, we were really imagined the very close conversations there. And so, yeah, it's always just, to me, it's just one of the many tools and sort of the language of the movie. And Ed, by the way, is an amazing talent, physical talent for doing action sequences. I really appreciate an actor when they can deliver the action that we're looking for. And he was really able to step up and do whatever we asked. And he and Sophia, for that matter, are really just incredible athletic specimens. And so, they were, they really rose to everything that we challenged them with.
For sure. And obviously, you've tackled, zombie films, comic book characters, historical epics, and now space operas. So I was just wondering if there was any genres that you would like to work with that you haven't yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to do. We've been talking about doing a kind of a smaller movie. Just kind of a sort of a location film. I don't know. It'd be like that'd be a real weird thing for me to just film what's there. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, something like that would be fun. I think. I don't know exactly what genre, but just kind of a contemporary, small movie. I think would be fun to do.
Your films always have such great music, whether it's the actual music that's in it, the score, but there's also a lot of moments where different characters might sing. So I was just wondering if you could speak a little bit about that because there's a really nice musicality to all of your films.
Yeah, I just think music is such a powerful tool in filmmaking, and I've been super inspired by music throughout my career. I always like make a mixtape or whatever before I shoot, and sometimes I'll burn a DVD and give it to a CD and give it to the crew and be like, oh, listen to this, get you inspired. And they're like, this is in the movie? I'm like, no, it's not in the movie, but it just gets you inspired. And so, yeah, it's just fun. I just think music plays such an important part. And so, yeah, and I have such a great relationship with Junkie, who did the score for the movie, and Rose Betts, who wrote a couple songs. So yeah, it's really just music is a big and cool part of the movie for me.
And my last question for you is Ed kind of mentioned a little bit about the extended cut. So I
Oh
was
yeah.
just wondering if there was anything you could say about the
Yeah,
extended
yeah,
version.
absolutely. So the extended cuts, I think they're going to come out at the end of the summer. They'll come out together. Really, it was, in a lot of ways, it's why I made the movie, was to get at these director's cuts, because it's really what I wrote. I wrote a pretty, hard R-rated, crazy space opera that was completely over the top and insane. The cool thing about Netflix was they understood that in order to get to that, I feel like the first conversations were like, what could we cut to get to that? And then I feel like we ended up in this place where they, even before we were filming, that they were like, okay, well, if you can deliver us these 2-hour versions that are PG-13, you can do whatever you want with your director's cut. And I said, okay, that's a deal. I'll do that. And so I'm very proud of these versions of the movie, but I think at the end of the summer, you'll see what we really were going for.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time and congrats again on the film.
Cheers. Thank you.